What a great opener to the I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. I'm not gonna lie, I didn't know what to expect because I haven't watched this show in so long. The last time I watched the show was when I was like a kid. So yeah, I didn't know what to expect. I kind of forgot the format of how things worked. But I can't lie, it was a banger of a great first episode. That's how you start off a season, okay? That is how you start off a season. And I'm here for it. And I feel like with I'm a Celebrity, it's not really like you're not really watching it for the drama. You're watching it more for the entertainment in terms of like the reactions of people doing the bush chucker trials and how they handle it and stuff like that. So it's like a different element for me to review and also to lay back to you guys. But as you know, before we get into this review, please be sure to like, comment, share and subscribe. And as you guys already know, I am on the road to 10,000 subscribers. Without further ado, let's get into this review. So I started off by saying it being in Australia makes sense because I in the back of my head I was thinking it was in South Africa for some reason, but Australia makes perfect sense with all these creepy crawlies they have about the place there. That's probably why Australia's not on my bucket list, and that's why I'm in no rush to go to Australia. I'm absolutely in no rush to go there. Australia, don't get me wrong, it looks beautiful. Especially from the helicopter scene, it looks absolutely amazing. But I am in no rush to go to a place like Australia because of them big spiders and bugs and things I be seeing on Instagram. Nah, I'm not in a rush. So we as the public have to vote for people to do the bush chucker trial, the first bush chucker trial that will be taking place in tomorrow's episode. So then we get an introduction of the campers, and I've already said this, but I'll say it again. Australia looks very beautiful. Kelly Brooks said she's scared of going up an escalator. So she's basically saying that she's afraid of heights, and even going up an escalator, she is scared. I don't know if they're going to make you do things to do with... Sorry, guys. You know how I am. I don't know. Okay, that's better. You know how I'm not sure if they're gonna get you to do things with from a height, but if they do, I don't know how she gonna handle that. Because if you are afraid from just going up an escalator, yeah, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe she was joking when she said that, but something's telling me she wasn't. So yeah, she did do her research before coming in, saying that she researched, if she had to eat a couple of things, would that like kind of do any damage. And one thing I can say, they wouldn't give you things that will potentially, kill you. They wouldn't do that. That's a big lawsuit for not only ITV but for the production and everybody. So yeah, don't worry, they've really done their due diligence when it comes to shows like this. But obviously you're still gonna have that kind of worry. So yeah, Kelly done her research before coming in. Now, Eddie Caddy, I did say my first impressions. I said, the face does look familiar. The name sounds familiar. Yes, he is a comedian because what I read, it said BBC One presenter. I'm like, no, I've seen this guy's videos on social media. So yes, I do know who Eddie Caddy is. It's just a matter of like, I needed the alarm bells to ring in my head to kind of put two and two together. I'm like, I know this guy, but I'm just like, where do I know him from? Martin Kemp is saying that the Kemps fart more than anyone. Okay, interesting piece of information. And then they obviously are in the helicopter and they see the star where Anton Deck are. Anton Deck broke the news to them and said that, oh, you thought you guys are just simply landing here like this? No, the only way down is to jump out of the plane. Say what now? To jump out of the plane. Yep. There will be parachuting. And I just put a little side note here. I love Anton Deck as host. They've actually never failed me as host. Are they brothers or are they just really good friends? Because they give brother. I get brother vibe from them, but I just want to confirm because if they are just really good friends, then the chemistry and the dynamic has always worked for them too, especially when they've hosted Britain's Got Talent as well. Like, I just love their dynamic and their chemistry, and they're funny as well. Like, so yeah, I just really love those two as hosts. These guys were 12,000 feet up in the air. Guys, when you're looking at it from a bird's eye point of view, it don't look pretty. That is high. That is high. If I look... What y'all trying to do? That was high as hell. I'm not gonna lie though, as they were jumping out the plane, I feel like the initial reaction is when you look down, it's like, oh, holy. But then when you jump, it does look like, I can't lie. I have said I do want to try parachuting, but then part of me is like, just keep your foot on the floor. Like, roller coasters are enough. You don't need to try anything else. I done zip line. I done zip wire in PGL when I went in primary school. I'm sailing all these. That's about it. I'm not experimenting anymore. I don't think so. I like my feet on the floor. Yeah, we don't take we take chances in terms of like business ventures and stuff like that. But in terms of my life, oh no. Yeah. But it does look sick. And even as I was watching it, my adrenaline was rushing through my body. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Maybe one day you lot might see me do parachuting. No promises. So they are all saying how they actually enjoyed it and how they really enjoyed the experience of parachuting, which that's what I'm saying. From the look and the sound of when they was falling, it did look like they really had enjoyed it. So Antendek then breaks the news to the campers that they will not be traveling all the same way to the campsite. 2 of them will get to travel in the getaway car, and the getaway car means you are going to get there the fastest, the most direct way to the camp. You're going to get comfortable beds, and basically on your way there, you're going to get cocktails and basically some nice little nibbles, okay? But in order for this to happen, they have to battle it out. So there's basically like a star. They go in a cage, and basically what is on the floor, it looks like meat, but I know it's not the type of meat that you get from the butchers. That's what it looked like to me. If it's not meat, then let me know. But that looked like meat to me. It looked like meat. That one didn't look too bad. But if there's flies and stuff flying around in there as well, that's a different story. But if there's no flies in there and it's just that stuff on the floor, that didn't look too bad. It didn't look too bad. But I generally want to know what that was on the floor. Eddie and Shauna were taking the lead, but then H just kind of swooped in, and yeah, H was kind of locked in. I'll be real, he was actually kind of locked in, and H ended up coming first, and Eddie ended up coming second, which meant those 2 are going to get the getaway car to the camp. The rest of them have to travel in the cocky van, and the cocky van was basically a van with a giant cockroach on top, and it was like brown interior. Yeah, from time there's a giant cockroach on top of the, obviously it's not a real cockroach, it's like a made out one, but from time there's a van like that, you already know that's not good. I think I would cry. I would genuinely cry tears if that was me. Like, I would actually, like, I would cry. Guys, you don't understand it's not a fear, I just don't like bugs. So me having to travel, I don't even want to think about it. That's how, I don't even want to think about it. So now we get introduced to the other campers, but this time their surrounding is different. They are at a big mansion with a giant pool. So my initial thinking is, oh, are they going to be staying here a couple of nights? That's delusional me thinking, but slap back into reality. I got a reality check real quick. So we end up meeting Lisa Riley, Angry Ginge, Alex Scott, Jack Osborne. Oh, I didn't put Ruby. Oh no, and Ruby as well. I did put her name, but I just forgot to read it out. So obviously, Angry Ginger was kind of standing, like blocking the light from hitting Ruby, and Ruby kept telling Angry Ginger not to stand in her way of blocking the light. She's gonna be a problem. I can already tell she's going to get on my nerves. What do you mean? Are you taking a selfie? I can understand if you're taking a selfie. I can understand if you're doing a video for the gram or for the TikTok or for the YouTube or for your camera roll and you want good lighting. Okay, I'll happily move out your way. No, please. No, can you please move? No, not even, oh, can you please not stand there? I just would. It's the way she said it as well. Don't stand in my way. Sorry. Yeah, she's going to be a problem. I can already tell. I told you guys already. I don't even have to meet you in person. I can just tell by your vibe and your energy. It's giving entitled. So sorry. Ant and Dec end up alive. Let me slow down. Ant and Dec end up arriving, and there is room in the getaway car, and also two more people will be joining Eddie and H in the getaway car. They also have to battle it out as well. So yeah. So basically, they have to release the key fob. Basically, it does seem quite straightforward until they start adding other elements, which I'll get into. So there's like a key fob in a box, and they basically have to unscrew it and get the key fob. Sounds simple, right? But it's not as simple as when you have a box. The box is full of green ants and other insects inside, and then they have a box on their head where they're putting snakes in it. Snakes. Yeah, I would have already screamed, "I'm a celebrity, get me out of here." Nah. Snakes. That's my worst fear. Snakes. You know, a snake that small can eat a human. Did you know that? I'm in that business. No. Nah, I'm in that business with that. Sorry. So they added. So there was 4 snakes in the box, and then they ended up adding another one. I think it was a python snake. They ended up adding in the box. The way, I can't lie, Jack Osborne, kudos to you, because that man was locked in. He was just like this. He was not playing. He was trying to get out of there quick. I don't blame you. Because them green ants, they're the ants that bite. So bearing in mind, it's not just ants it's not just ants crawling on you. They're biting you. They're biting your... You understand? So it's not just a matter of it just crawling. Ginge ends up being the second person to conquer the challenge. So those two will be traveling in the getaway car, and the rest of them will be joining the others in the cock van. So they then announce what the first Bush Chucker trial will be, and it is called Recounting Restaurant or Recruiting Restaurant. I think my spell check must have messed that up. And yeah, it doesn't look pleasant. It doesn't look pleasant. I'm not gonna lie, I did vote for Ginge. Just for the lols. I want to see Ginge take part in it. But really and truly, I actually voted H and Inch should go up against each other. I just thought that would have been funny. But now when I come to think of it, we'll get to the final result when we get to the final result. But now that I come to think of it, the other person let me just say the name. Ruby that got picked, I'm glad, because I'm not liking her entitled behavior at the moment. So you need to kind of be grounded. Like, yeah, you're a celebrity, but you're getting the same treatment as everybody else. The first lot end up arriving in the jungle. H, Eddie, Jack, and Ginge. H had to end up pulling Ginge to the side and told him that he's being stupid, because when Jack was trying to light the fire, Ginge was basically in Jack's ear, yappa, and H put him to the side and told him he's being stupid. I think H and Ginge, actually, from what I've seen clips online, correct me if I'm wrong, I think they're actually really good friends in real life as well. So obviously, yeah, they know each other because there was a point where H was streaming, gaming, I think. From what I saw, I think. Maybe I'm seeing things, but just correct me if I'm wrong. And it was him, AJ Tracy at one point at the time, Young Philly at the time as well. They were all kind of doing like this streaming kind of thing. And then H kind of came out and said he wanted to stop doing it because he wants to be seen as an artist, not a content creator, because he's not a content creator, he's an artist. So yeah, I think sometimes with artists, I mean, it's a great avenue to go down. I would highly recommend, especially as an artist, for your music to get that expansion. TikTok, especially TikTok, is the app you want your music to kind of blow on. Because look at, for example, Kalani, Folded, Muni Long, I forgot the name of the song. Nobody knows me like that song. When songs start going viral on TikTok, that Olivia Dean song. When these songs start going viral on TikTok, your song will be in the charts. So yeah, as much as HS say it helps, I get what you're saying. I do get what you're saying, but it helps. You're an artist first, but having content creation there, it helps. Trust and believe that it does help. But I also get what H is saying. He doesn't want to be seen as, transition into content creator. He wants to remain as, but I'm an artist first. So no, I do understand it. It's the same with KSI. Like KSI, he's been doing YouTube. He started doing YouTube. He's ventured out into all these different avenues, but he would always come back home, which is his home is YouTube. So yeah, I do understand it. I do get it. Now me being naive, I thought the steak will come prepared. I thought their dinner will come prepared, seeming as they won the challenge, not them having to cook it themselves. So I was delusional into thinking that, they get special treatment, but they had to cook it themselves. And it seems that Jack is the only one that knows how to cook. Yeah. Imagine if none of them knew how to cook. So the guys are now in the cocky van. And before they get out, they need to get the keys, the 6 keys, in order to get their grub for tonight. But it's never easy. This is I'm a Celebrity. It's never easy. While they're doing the challenge, basically a key will drop on a cage and they have to work together to get it in, to get it to the hole to bring out the key. And yeah, they're dropping all sorts of things in that van. Cockroaches. I don't know about crickets, ants, creepy worms. Just imagine trying to do a challenge and you have these things all crawling on you. Oh my gosh. They eventually completed the challenge. They eventually completed it. And then the rest of them arrive at the campsite. Ruby also thought that they were going to deliver the dinner, but for you, why would they do that? Because you weren't on the winning team. For the winning team, I can understand you. If you was on the winning team, I can understand you thinking that. Girl, you lost. In what shape or form did you think you was going to get your meal made for you and brought to you? I don't know what kind of treatment you get back wherever, but you're all getting treated the same on this show. Okay, you're all getting treated the same on this show. So the entitlement, let's drop it. You're not entitled here. Yeah, so she gives me entitled. And I said what I said. The losers, not to call it, not like the loser, but it's just easier. Okay, let me rephrase that. The people that lost the challenge, their dinner was a bit different. MU neck and other stuff that they got, but apparently the MU neck was actually really nice. It was basically, it looked like hot dog and smelled like hot dog as well. So I guess it wasn't a loss. And now Anton Deck enter the camp, and they let them know who will be taking part in the first trial, and it is Ruby and Ginge. Ginge for the lols, but Ruby, yes, I'm glad. Take part, have fun. Enjoy your meal. Because I'll be locking in tomorrow to watch you squirm. Guys, I know I'm harsh, but I don't know. I just don't like people that are entitled or that think that rules are going to be different from them because they had this person and they was in a helicopter with this person and they interviewed with that person and they went to this person's. All that shit goes out the window. You're all in the same boat now. Okay? But yes, what a great first episode. I'm not going to lie. Like, I'm very impressed. Like, I'm very, very impressed. Like, I was actually entertained. I was barely on my phone. I only really went on my phone on the ad break. So when I'm on a phone during a show or during when something is showing, it normally means that I'm not interested. It normally means that we have some work to do. It means that the episode is boring. But that wasn't the case. I was actually fully glued in. I was only on my phone to take notes. So yeah, I wasn't scrolling on anything. But yeah, what a great first episode. If you guys had enjoyed if you guys have enjoyed this video, please be sure to like, comment, share, and subscribe. And as you guys already know, I'm on the road to 10,000 subscribers. And yeah, I will see you guys tomorrow. Take care.